Yeah, so today's video is about something very interesting. Uh, it's actually, I don't know if it's a problem or what, but uh, I've seen that I uh, talk a lot in my head, okay, talking to someone. Like, it's just constant thing, like chattering, uh, like things that I'm going to uh, talk about with my friends or with family or my colleagues or the things that I'm going to say in such videos. And it's like a constant thing, it's always going on inside my head. And I read about it online, and they say that it's a natural phenomena and that everybody speaks to themselves. Some people speak more, some speak less, and that it's more related to being alone in a room while you're working, or like when you're staying alone and you don't have anyone to speak to, so you start speaking to yourself. It's like an internal monologue, and it just keeps on going. You remember this person, you start talking to them. You remember another thing, you start talking to them. And the more you do it, the more exhausted you feel. And yeah, it's been bothering me a lot lately, but I'm trying to see how I can gradually become more silent in my head and more relaxed. Because I'm sorry about this. Someone honking. Yeah, so I'm trying to, silent, become more silent. Let's see. So if we have someone to speak to, then it doesn't feel that much, because we are then talking to them directly instead of talking in our head. But the conversation that we have in our heads and the conversation that we have normally with people are sometimes very different. And I've also noticed that like these are not some new conversation. Mostly all these conversations are like just repeating the old thing again and again and again. Like, for example, if you want to have some conversation with someone, and if you haven't had the conversation yet, it just keeps on going on in your head. Mm. And I don't know why we do it, but like if we just observe and be okay with it, I think we can be more relaxed and calm and less anxious and become a little more quiet. So yeah, that's all. I think I'm still trying to look at it and understand how we can deal with it. One thing that has definitely helped is making these videos, because it forces me to have focus on what I'm talking, ignore the other thoughts that are going on. Yeah, it definitely puts all the other thoughts to rest. And speaking out loud, I feel, is much better than just speaking in your head. So I'm thinking, like, whenever I'm alone or feeling like there's something that I want to talk about with you guys, at least, I'll just record it so that I don't keep thinking about it in my head. And same goes with friends, family, and colleagues. So if I have to have some conversation with any of these guys, I'll just have it immediately. Or if that's not possible, maybe I'll either write it down or just have that conversation out loud in front of the camera if it's possible, and then delete it. Yeah, I don't need to share that thing. I just need to get it out of my head. And I think that would help because recording such videos is definitely helping me because for many years I always wanted to share these things and I was just keeping it inside my head and not sharing it. So, but now that I'm having conversations and sharing all these things with you, I definitely feel a lot lighter, and many conversations uh, at least have stopped popping up inside my head because I've recorded and I got them out of my head. So I think that is one way to deal with these thoughts. So do give it a try. Don't live inside your head. As we get older, we tend to become more quiet outside, but we start speaking more on the inside, and it's not good for your mental health. So it's very important that you have all these conversations with someone in person, or you just write it down, or just record it, speak out loud, and just get it outside your head. I hope it helps, and do it daily if you can, because if these thoughts they just keep piling up, then it gets very difficult to speak without having any difficulty, because all these thoughts they start rushing and you get overwhelmed and you find it very difficult to speak in that case. So, as someone who has this problem of social anxiety, like I had social anxiety for a long time, even now I feel anxious when talking to people. Uh, but I feel that uh, I'm able to handle it now, at least little better than I used to. And yeah, that's all. Just get those conversations out of your head on daily basis. It will definitely help you to be more relaxed and calm and centered and feel a little quiet inside your head. Thank you.